is just up at the picnic area near to the lake, and an exhausted bumblebee joined us for lunch and seemed to like the orange, this beautiful Algarvian orange that we were eating. And so he said, okay, well, you can have that, and gave him a little bit of, I think it was coconut water, actually, to reinvigorate his exhausted self. It's how I feel this morning, actually. Maybe I'll suck on an Algarvian orange and have a bit of coconut water a bit later on. I've got my Honeygir ready here. And this bee just sat with us for a little while, and the next thing you know, cleared for takeoff, and off he or she went. Are they he's or she's? I don't know. But it was AB vitamin C right there in the beautiful sunshine near Alcobaça there. Absolutely wonderful moment. A lovely time at Alcobaça Monastery yesterday. Beautiful. The antiques market was all out, all the collectibles. That was all out over the Praça as well. Really lovely afternoon in Alcobaça. I hope your bon vismana was bon as well. All right, let's go to the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Thank you, Deagle, first to issue such greetings. I'm going back to a somewhat old blog post and a writer I'm not that familiar with, I've got to say, but let me bring this onto the screen for you before we go to that news item about Portugal and Spain working well together when it comes to tourism. And thank you very much, Deagle, as well. That's not a St. Patrick's Day message, is it? That's the new Portuguese voting card for May, apparently, that somebody sent me. Where's your greeting, Deagle, that you sent me? I've got it here somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. An Irish greeting this morning on St. Patrick's Day, and we've got as you slide down the banister of life on the 17th of March. I think this might be your own calendar at home, right, Deagle? As you slide down the banister of life, may the splinters never point the wrong way. Yes. Ouch. Okay, let's go to this St. Patrick's Day blog then. Are you familiar with this lady Adelina here? The Sounds of Portuguese with Adelina. It's a blog, not seen it before. And this was written by Lina on the 15th of March of 2023. Some good information here, though. Like many countries the world over, many people here, Portugal that is, celebrate the Irish national holiday. Although it's not a holiday here, in some ways, Portugal celebrates it much like Ireland does. During St. Patrick's Day in Portugal, you'll see people wearing green clothes and dancing to Irish music. You'll also see Irish food and special emphasis on drinking Guinness and Jameson. Sláinte! It's an annual celebration of Irish culture to remember the patron saint of Ireland, St. Patrick, San Patricio. He was credited, of course, with bringing Christianity to the Emerald Isle. Now, you'll see here, and Lena mentions that it seems the first parade happened in 2017 in the capital, which started with the Colegio de Bon Sucesso in Belém. And this private school belongs to the Congregation of the Irish Dominican Sisters. Okay, so a connection there, Portuguese-Irish connection. The sisters founded it in 1630, and it remained in Portugal for over 300 years. However, the St. Patrick parades have grown to include a large crowd of revelers dressed in green. It always ends up with the boozing and reveling, doesn't it? The parade now usually features traditional Irish dancers performing an upbeat Irish jig, bagpipes, and Uilleann. Is that how you say it? Uilleann pipes are included. The pipes is calling. Lisbon hosted its first official St. Patrick's Day parade on the 17th of March 2024, only last year then, with a procession of over 200 musicians playing bagpipes along Avenida de Liberdade. The event brought together 10 bagpipe bands, 8 from Spain and 2 from Portugal, so the Celtic connection alive and well. And look, the monuments, some monuments of Lisbon have been lit up green as well. That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? The Cristo Rei. Just in case you thought the Cristo Rei was hulking out in green in the distance, it's actually lit in green for the St. Patrick's Day celebration. Portugal has also joined many countries that participate in the Irish Global Greening. There it is, by illuminating famous landmarks green, as you can see there. And also, is that the Marquês de Pombal who you see in the Praça de Comércio? But also lit up green there. So happy St. Patrick's Day to you. If you're celebrating, even if you're not, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. More about that tourism article in just a moment. Let's say a few good mornings to Pam. Good morning to you, Pam. Lovely to be in your town yesterday. Good morning, Hugh from Visu. Bumblebee. It was a lovely picture, that, wasn't it? Pam, happy St. Patrick's Day as well. Bon dia, Alegria Gumpers. Good to see you, albeit briefly. T-Duck and Mrs. Duck. Bon dia, Carl and Gumpers from a 6-degree Belfast. Feliz Dia de Patricio. There you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, it's a calendar in our house. And a full stop from Owen. Thank you very much. Is that another moon picture? a little moon for us. Who doesn't like a little moon first thing in the morning? Morning all from Owen. Love those pictures from last week. We survived the eclipse. Well done, everybody. Did we? Bom dia a todos e bem-vindo a uma nova semana. It's going to be 10 degrees warmer later this week. So over there in the UK. So looking forward to that. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Coach Turner. And yeah, I think we is feeling very springy and boingy, even though there's still quite a lot of rain coming down. Incredible flooding going on near us here on the floodplains back from the sea. Anyway, definitely the temperatures have warmed up a bit and feeling a little bit more spring-like. Okay, Portugal and Spain working together then. Let's take a look at this before we tell you about the special event that's happening at the Storytellers with Gary coming over, one of my podcast partners, a new podcast, The Positive Echo, talking with Gary tonight, actually, at 8 o'clock after the Portuguese session. Oh, yeah, the Portuguese session this evening, Munster and the Geezer. We are looking at, this should be fun, 5 types of expat in Portugal. Do you recognize yourself there? Oh, an American with loads of money. I think we're talking stereotypically the Central Portugal hippie and I think the threadbare pile of rocks owner in Central Portugal as well. Somebody who owns a horse, and the Brits in the England shirt with a Kaneka in hand. That makes Portugal look really unappealing, Tony. Let's talk our way through those later on today at 7 o'clock. Right, not Ireland. You can see why I said Ireland there, right? Portugal News displaying the Irish banner, Irish colours. There was a strong connection between the Portugal News and Ireland. I think there's an Irish owner over there. Happy St. Patrick's Day, they're saying. And this caught my eye. Where is that? Those of you who popped to Spain will know that structure. Portugal received around 30 million tourists last year. So a little bit of an update on people choosing Portugal for a holiday destination, and Spain as well. While Spain received 94 million, making the Iberian Peninsula together the largest tourist platform in the world. Isn't that amazing? We do not blow our own trumpets enough, do we? Said the Vice President of Turismo Centro de Portugal, speaking at the presentation of the joint cross-border tourism promotion strategy. That sounds like a really exciting conference. The joint cross-border tourism promotion strategy. Wow. They should put Iberian in there somewhere, shouldn't they? Which brings together the regions of Centro and Alentejo and Spanish Extremadura. Presented at the Lisbon Tourism Exchange, the PTL, Anabela Freitas defended the joint work of the countries. We have to work together to position ourselves as the largest tourism platform in the world, said the official. I mean, that's extraordinary, isn't it? So over 100 million between us. In the same session, Jesus Vinoales, Director of Tourism from the Extremadura, praised the partnership, the result of good relations between the 3 regions, arguing that Portugal is the differentiating factor in tourism in that Spanish region, as it allows visitors to get to know 2 countries. 2 countries that once turned their backs on each other are now shaking hands, he noted. José Santos, president of Turismo do Alentejo, said that the cross-border partnership is an opportunity to transform a territorial product into a commercial product. We need to transform this potential into an effective sales force, claimed José Santos, adding that cooperation... I'm really sorry, excuse me if my voice is winding you up this morning. And just hanging on in there. I'll have a little drink of me Honeygger in just a moment. Adding that cooperation between the 3 entities, 3, is, and I see those different bodies there, is an opportunity to make the territory more competitive at times of the year when there is less demand. Extending that tourism shoulder, right? Absolutely. It's not as if it becomes Arctic, is it, outside of August? I mean, it's a good place to come, the Alentejo, the Spanish and Portuguese border, any time of the year, I would say. According to the information provided to the Lusa agency by Turismo Centro de Portugal, TCP, the joint who just smelt TCP when I said that in their mind's nose. The joint initiatives planned for this year within the scope of the partnership include a series of promotional actions. We're waiting for our invitation, which will take place in June in Madrid and Lisbon with the media, and which will have a promotional information aspect for the general public. Would love to go along to that. In November in Elvas, A business meeting is scheduled to bring together business people and administrations from the tourism sector in central Portugal, Alentejo and Extremadura. So it's, central Alentejo and Extremadura where the action's happening with this strategy. It's interesting, isn't it? Because that excludes some of the other Portuguese border points, but they're leading the way here, Central and Alentejo. With this strategy, the traveller has the opportunity to get to know 2 different countries in a single destination. These are regions. I wonder how that's going to work when you come over and you're only meant to be, if you're a tourist and you're only meant to be spending, 90 days in any 6-month period, and you'll be back and forthing there. Presumably there won't, this new Schengen ring of steel won't be working along all of that border. I don't think they've thought that through, have they? With this strategy, the traveller has the opportunity to get to know 2 different countries in a single destination. These are regions that have continuity of territory and cultures. Together, we can work and do much more for our people, our territories, our identity and culture, TCP pointed out. Regarding, finally, the tourism products that can be promoted together, the regional tourism entities pointed out natural spaces, such as natural parks, biosphere reserves, geoparks, nature reserves. It all sounds lovely, doesn't it? Reservoirs and lakes, but also culture and traditions, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, castles spread across the territory, historic or schist villages, gastronomy and wines. I'm in and waiting for our invitation, right, Gumpers, to get along to that and help with that promotion. Excellent stuff. Keep it up. So, we've got Portugal with, what was that? How many? 30 million tourists in 2024, Spain 94 million, making the Iberian Peninsula the largest tourist platform in the world. Excellent stuff. Keep it up. Iberia bodes well for me and the Hieronymus Maximus. That is the largest wooden structure in the world in Sevilla. It's called, I knew you'd know, Las Setas. Thank you very much, T-Duck. I bet it's pretty awesome, isn't it? Who doesn't like a boing first thing in the morning? I say, old chap. We've got La Padreg. Is that St. Patrick's Day as in Gaelic? Okay, La Padreg. Gumpers, it's day 16 of no rain in Belfast. Swapped umbrella for a watering can. Weather very strange. And Bob's in. Good morning to you, Bob. Bon dia todos. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I've seen research that says the Celts actually began here and settled the Isle. Too bad I don't have the article at hand. I love Adelina, Sounds of Portuguese, says Pam Smith. She's one of my favorite Portugal YouTubers. Excellent. Wasn't familiar with her. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm the guy with a beer on the Algarve. Yes, of course you are, Dougie. And you can walk on top of that wooden structure there in Sevilla. You can walk on top. The Roman ruins are in the basement. Best of ancient and modern there. Morning, Bob. Yes, follow the cromlechs and standing stones. And the coach also saying to Dougie, bon dia, not sure you'll be wearing an England shirt, though, after the rugby on Saturday. Pam, thanks for the tip. I just looked up Adelina and subscribed. Great. Speaking of Celts, there's a YouTube video and contrasting the bagpipes and step dancing that vary between northern Portugal and Galicia with Ireland and Scotland. Fascinating. Thank you very much for that. Variations, I meant to say. I think we got your gist there. Watch out. Here comes a Mel-being tip. It's a Mel-being, well-being tip. Google 7 unknown music artists, bands, orchestra, and play a song from a different one each day. Expands your world, makes new brain connections, and helps a new musician. That's a lovely idea, isn't it? Maybe Irish music today and Celtic music. Good shout there, Mel-being, well-being. Excellent stuff. Thanks, Mel, for that. Much appreciated. James getting ready to join us. I think we've got time for a 2-minute taster. Before he does that, we might have a look at the weather. We might not. I might have a quick look and see if I should share it or not. Right, let's have a look at this 2-minute taster. Thanks, Dougie. Obviously back on the Iberian landmass.
Good morning, Portugal, and it's a jolly fine morning right here in the Algarve. Time for one of our 2-minute tasters.